Alright, buckle up buttercups, because it's time for a no-holds-barred, take-no-prisoners trip down the rabbit hole of online lunacy. I've churned out more content for this digital madhouse than I care to admit. At this rate, I should probably start considering dating the algorithm. Now, let's talk about the smash that like button nonsense. I don't do it. Why? Because it's as irritating as stepping on a Lego barefoot. If you're groveling for my click within the first 15 ticks of the clock, you've botched it, big time. Good content doesn't need to flash its knickers for attention. If it's got the goods, I'll be hitting subscribe faster than a greased weasel. Now for the main spectacle. Ever ponder why every Tom, Dick, and Harriet with an internet connection is seemingly a hair trigger away from imploding? Well, strap in. I happened upon this article from The Verge, written by What's Their Nuts, and it's essentially a bingo card of trigger words designed to rustle my jimmies. Racism, sexism, pick your poison. My eyeballs nearly did a full 360. Let's lay it out plain. The choir of moaners and groaners, it's not about championing equality or the cause du jour. It's about shoving their dogma down your throat while standing on a soapbox of moral smugness. Every enlightened term they hurl is essentially their pompous way of saying, kneel, peasants. It's not about conviction, it's about herding you into compliance. Their strategy? It's comically basic. Grab anything with an ounce of culture, slap on a progressive label, and bam! You've got yourself a bland, state-sanctioned mush. It's innovation by way of ticking boxes, where genuine creativity goes to die. And don't get me started on the notion of talent. In their realm, you're nothing more than a chess piece, a token to flaunt in their game of superficial inclusivity. Their distorted view of diversity is just a ruse to peddle a bogus narrative, all while masquerading it as a crusade for inclusiveness. Pro tip: sever the cord with today's political freak show. These so-called journalists, they're just marionettes in a tragically bad skit, pretending to be the bastion of rationality. They couldn't care less about the real matters at hand. They're too busy participating in their echo chamber orgy. Ever wonder why these activists seem to be coated in Teflon, perched up on their ivory towers? It's because they play dirty, twisting narratives to fit their agenda. Their clout doesn't come from a place of truth or justice. It's about gripping the narrative by the throat and molding public opinion like Play-Doh. And oh, the hypocrisy. It's so palpable, you could practically serve it for dinner. Hoping for a shred of consistency from this crowd is like expecting a goldfish to perform a moonwalk. They're not crusaders for truth. They're power-hungry, control freaks, morphing their stances faster than a chameleon on a rainbow. What we've got on our hands are top-tier, gold-medal narcissists. They hunger for attention, approval, and dominance, devoid of any semblance of genuine skill or belief. Their whole existence is a monument to mediocrity, desperately clinging to their fleeting moment in the spotlight. So, what's the takeaway from this dumpster fire? These pontificators are merely vacuous shells, the loudest criers in the room, but ultimately signifying nada. They're the epitome of a cautionary tale, showcasing what happens when you pawn off your soul for a minute in the limelight, only to be relegated to a mere footnote in the annals of face-palming failures.